Am I on? I think I'm on. Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, let me see. How are we all doing? We got the pre-show started. And then we're over here. All right, they're gonna start updating the pre-show slides. Eventually, I got some sponsor ideas. Let's do like this. Let's go ahead and expand that here for you guys. And then, what else is going on? All right, looks like we're up and running. No, no videos or no clips today. We're not going to get shut down like we did last week. Oh, I should go back and look at it though, because I got shut down for a while, like a long time while. All right, hang out, and I will be back shortly. Hey everybody, I'm back. I got, I was, I want to say distracted, but I was busy, like, backing everything up. That's so, oh my god, there's so much stuff. I've recorded in 2 years 400, 400 gigs? 200 gigabytes worth of, well, okay, no, I lied. Because I have multiple copies and versions of everything. But yeah, there's like 200 gigs worth of Whimsy data out there. And I need to make sure it was all backed up. And then where's my volume? Why am I not hearing anything? I'm not hearing anything, but you have to be hearing something. That just definitely got louder. I actually got louder for you guys. So where is my volume controls? Okay, hold on. Well, good thing there's no like big audio stuff for today. Oh, every time. I know why. Okay, I fixed it. Nope, nope, nope. It, oh man. So when I disconnect everything and I reconnect everything back, half of the settings stay and then half of the settings reset back to like a default. So like when I unplug everything, come back, it wants to play the audio through the microphone speaker jack. Because in theory, I should be wearing headphones. And I never, man, it's so crazy. like how far I'll get into a show before I realize something's broken. I love it. All right, mint and hash. All right, all right, all right. There is a chance, and I'll update you guys here in a second, but we might be getting ready to pre-show. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. No, I guess I wouldn't have to. We'll see. All right, hang out. See you guys in 15 seconds, or 45. Hello, everybody. Oh, go the other way. How we doing? Welcome to Monday noon. It's Whimsy Nooners. Like, I'm curious. Wait, hold on. You could only so I'm just trying to figure out how you guys know and can tell there's a green screen versus not green screen because sometimes you guys don't know. But I can see that there's a line right here if you pay close enough attention. Maybe I'll start quizzing you guys. Are we or are we not green screened? Uh, hmm. What do we think? Is Kitschy green screened or is he there? He's not. He's right here. Sometimes I hide him right here like this. Just a little bit. Oh, I gotta get closer. There we go. There we go. You looked really awkward earlier, but then realized I needed the light. So gonna improve. We're gonna upgrade the green screen at some point soon because it's barely in frame. But oh man, he's adjusting still. uh, I like the green. I'm digging the green screen, but I definitely see it's so funny because if you guys look over here like this, so it's not like I took down the old one because I still have the old one still attached. You can see like so. Uh, we're gonna play with some green screen for some of the shows. Oh, hold on, now I gotta fix this. There you go. Okay. Um, there's definitely okay. So the new setup in theory is gonna have a big long bar across the top. Remember, like okay, I don't know. People don't do this anymore. Okay, okay, but mom, okay. So remember, you guys grew up in like 80s and 90s. You would go to Sears, right? Sears was this department store, typically you found in the mall, and then you would go inside Sears, and they would have the photo department, and they would have all these different backdrops, and they would kind of pull them down, and which one you want. So I think we're gonna try and do that here, so that I can maintain the OG background for a little bit. But then when I have the green screen, I bring one down. But also, I'm working on a new backdrop because I want to do some new stuff with um, the Monday, probably the Monday show. I want to get a new backdrop. We're gonna rearrange the setup just a little bit because like right now the table is this way. So here's one end of the table and the other end of the table is right behind the camera. As opposed to we're gonna try and move it this way and have the camera off table somewhere else on a setup, but I can have a guest sitting on this side. We're gonna work on that because I want to talk show Whimsy Nooners, like a daytime talk show, like legit, a little bit more. I don't know what yet. I'm looking at stuff, but we're gonna get a backdrop for that too. Oh, like you can't even film. Hold on, my favorite thing, Kelly. Well, well, here, hold on. You see, I got the wrinkle. Kelly's like, nah, he's not on green screen because he's still got the wrinkle. No, no, everybody. When I green screen with the wrinkles. Kind of give it that authentic whimsy vibe. Oh, that's so fun. All right, we're gonna go slightly, probably not slightly long because I'm gonna go pretty quick through the rest of the first part. Um, it's award season, right? We're getting ready to uh in July we have the Whimsy Awards coming, so I'm gonna be working on that a bunch. Um, so that way we can put the show together. Liam's looking for this big extravagant. Okay, I don't even know what Liam's looking for. He just wants to do it and run it. But I'm looking for something extravagant. It's going to be at least a 92-hour episode. Have some bits in between, like a normal Emmys or Oscars. Do some awards. Do a monologue in the beginning. But we'll get to that here shortly because that's the whole back half of the show today is award show prep. Gonna need some help, and you guys have an opportunity to impact the results of the awards. Who wins? What wins? I am so we'll get into that. But first things first is find the right button. I stop it too early because as soon as it starts, I pause it, and there's a long like a 5 seconds. So I always it's the one transition I've not managed very well because I every time the beginning of the show I take 4 seconds and just anyway. Hey, did I get getting to know me? All right, hold on. I'm distracted now. Did I get flagged? Mine Pockets did not get flagged for uh, the transition music, and it so bothers me. The inconsistency, inconsistent. I have to talk. I guess I have to talk in between it. So from now on, when you guys come back next week for or Saturday for Mind Pockets, when it transitions in, I just have to go Whimsy in the middle, and then now it's an original. I guess is what they're trying to tell me. Sorry. Anyway, I'm all over the place today. Uh this could be somebody's first episode. Probably not because it's the same nine people, but whatever. This part, find out what I've been knowing, what have I been up to. One of the things that we started recently is I'm going to show you guys the webcomic that we're doing, Whimsy Doodles. All right, this one is special. This one is that's what I didn't do. Oh, all right. So a little while ago, Sophie was like told the story on the podcast of what her favorite day was. So we turned it into a comic, and I made a birthday present for her with it. Oh, what you want to do? She wants to go to the park. Look how excited she is. Can I have the window down? I like to see the wind, so I like to roll down the window for her. And then, like, we get out of the car and she just runs. Um, there's a color version of this you guys can see in the second annual art book. Look back at year two. Um, but there's a park. She's running. She just leaves you, and she just runs. And while at the park, she loves it. She can't really do monkey bars right now, but she does. She likes the fireman pole, but she loves the slides like way more than like so much. She loves slides. So that was technically um, one one comic because there are four panels, and then the part two is after the park. Um, we go to QT. What's super interesting is Kit lives in the Ukraine, so I had to kind of explain what QT is. Not like that is a gas station. Just I had to make sure I'm very clear that when I say we go to QT, she's like, "Well, what is QT?" I had to kind of explain. It's a gas station. Um, so if he's like, let's get a drink. This was funny. I like this one. Hold on. Uh, there's so you go to QT or 7-Eleven or whatever, you got the slushy icy machines. Kit had no idea what that was. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So she just had what should we call it? Like just the regular doors and the shelves of soda. So I had to send her a couple of pictures of an icy machine, which I thought was kind of cool. And I like that she was able to go in and update it and that she was willing to, like, she cares about the attention to detail, which I always thought was fantastic about her. After we got drinks, it's still raining. I like the rain. So do I. I love you. And then in the car on the way home, today was fun. When can we come back? Yes, we will come back. Today was great, wasn't it? Yes, yeah, the best day ever. So I don't know. Always good times, man. Always good times hanging out with the kid. She's so cool. Uh, it's one of those things where it's like, like that was the best day ever, and then they grow up, and then like I need more stuff. So it's always fun to hang out with Sophia. So wait, she likes Sophie more. I recently we found Kelly found, but Sophia likes Sophie more. I think, or my backwards. Shoot, we call her both names. I guess it's like, hmm. I thought I had a thought, but I didn't. So, all right. What else is happening this week? Mother's Day is coming up. We recorded a Mother's Day episode, which was fantastic. We got the award show prep. We're getting ready for Fan Fusion. Chronicon got announced. Like I'm just working on like a bunch of things all at once. She likes Sophia because we always go with the Sophie. She prefers the Sophia. Did she ever say why she preferred the Sophia versus the Sophie? Huh. She's so funny. It's cool that she knows the difference. Like she acknowledges the difference between the two. Um, Chronicon is coming up. You can book the hotel room, but con tickets haven't gone on sale yet. Mind Pockets on Saturday. I hinted that I'm going to try and reach out to see if I can actually be a part of the con, similar to what we're doing over at Fan Fusion. And so I'm actually going to make those phone calls today. Um, it's not a big deal, but I am looking at uh, gimbals and new camera because I sent the other one back. Um, Daycare calls her Sophia because that's what's written on her registration. Okay. Okay, now can I play with? Oh, you suck, Ben. Hold on. I need this one here, this one here. How do I get more of? Because I don't want it too small, but there's no wrap. All right, so. Hmm. Oh, I bet you I can go into the settings and set it up. If I increase the font, it should auto. Well, look into that. Um, I'm just all over the place, distracted. I'm like, I'm like, woo. Um, yeah, like so much stuff going on, right? I'm just like, um, not stressed out, not overwhelmed, right? A couple of times this week mentioned last week was a little bit like junky, but then it, like weirdly, like it was like a really maybe I'll ice episode that soon because like I just can't get over the randomness of last week, like garbage, weird, weirder, and came out on the other side like Mother's Day, Chronicon, and just like really focusing on the creative side of things. Um, don't know if Liam's going to come with us. Then it's one, can he go? Two, can we afford it? He's got the three wrestling trips this week that dipped a lot into uh, the travel fund for Whimsy this year. We got Fan Fusion I still technically haven't paid for yet. How come he hasn't followed up with me? We're like a month away. All right, I got to email. One thing will never change here at Whimsy. I definitely need an assistant to keep track of uh, like like, is it weird to be like, hey, I'll pay you like $5 an email and just pay somebody like $100 a month just to send like 20 emails to follow up on stuff? Like the admin side of things, I can't do, man. Like I can't even budget the thing. I just throw money at it and just hope I have money at the end of the week. Um, I don't even have paper here. Call AJ. Call AJ. Okay. Uh, the award show we're going to talk about later today. Just a lot of stuff. It's nice that I can focus on stuff because like the award show, it's categories, it's finding a background. Oh, I'm touching this background. Finding a background, working it out in my mind, what it's going to look like. Um, so long, big, long week, man. But I've been happy with it. Like the Mother's Day episode, fantastic, came out great. I got to edit it, add a couple of things. Should be good. But then I go to work. No more fires. No more fires. It's all good. So we got me, we got Rochelle, which is the new girl that we've had for the last 2 weeks, and then this new person way over here in the corner. Uh, there's in theory there's a third person coming in, so we're gonna get back to fully staffed overnight at shipping and receivings, um, which is good. It's gonna be weird next week because I'll be doing a lot of training, so all that creativity uh, doesn't get typed out. Like I have like I printed out a bunch like papers and paper like pages of stuff. So next week uh, we'll be able to I have to do a bunch of training. So most of my notes, like most of the whatever I print off, are going to just be notes and just bullet points and ideas of concepts that I got to eventually work through. Some I like it overall. Like weird week, man. Like everything's working. I ate. I've been. I'll probably add it to next week's show. Uh, but I'm outside on my breaks now. Like I'm hitting the heavy bag, putting a couple of minutes in on the bike every day, watching the food. Like it's so weird. I go, I eat good for 2 days, 3 days, and then I don't eat a day, and then I come back and just like it's not a stress eat and it's not a hungry eat. It's like a like it's like a lonely eat. I'm like, oh man, I'm bored, I'm lonely, and I just like I'm just gonna eat 6 ice cream sandwiches for lunch. It's not 6. I limit myself to like 2 a day, typically one in the morning and one for lunch. But yeah, that's it, guys. Getting to know me. Not much going on. All smiles. Very productive. We got so much stuff coming up. We mentioned it in the podcast last night, and the one that aired this morning. Everybody seems to be doing something, and it's going to get crazy fun and exciting to see what everybody's up to. Um, it's going to be a blast. So hopefully we get to shine a light on most of those things this summer. Uh, Maybe a quick spoiler, or it's not a spoiler. Uh, what is it if I tell you something coming up that hasn't been released? I guess it would be a spoiler. Pinky might be coming back to Whimsy for 2 episodes to round out the season. So awesome to have her back. See what she's been up to and get some feedback about Whimsy overall. So, shh, don't tell anybody. In theory, she's coming back Thursday, so we'll see. But yeah, so I'm saying, man, like things are happening. People leave for a minute, then they come back. They always come back.
Go check out Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. Chasing the Whimsy, where a 40-year-old father and his 2 kids take a whimsical journey of fun stories and educating each other about their respective generation. Generation X squares off with Generation Z to try to connect and find an understanding between generations 30 plus years apart. They'll journey through the past and track their journey as they find out who they'll grow up to be. Again, that's Chasing the Whimsy, available today on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well, and you can also find the show and learn more about the hosts at chasingthewhimsy.com. Chasing the Whimsy, ChasingTheWhimsy, Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast. Many episodes up for you to listen to already. Go stream, download, and subscribe today. You can also connect and follow on Twitter at Chase the Whimsy and on Instagram and TikTok at Chasing the Whimsy.
That should get updated, possibly. The guy who does that, D-Tong, he does an online radio station, and he does all the voiceover work when you do a promotion or an advertisement promotion with him. So for 200, I'll probably do another one. So I'll have him update a new one. So it'll be kind of fun. I really hate like I want to be here, but sometimes I just want to put my head down. We do an episode with me laying down, and then I'm like clicking. All right, because if I'm laying down, you're like, all right, I get it. But here, it just looks like I'm bored, but I'm not. I just don't know what to do with my hands, which is ironic because I'm always worried about what they're doing, and most of the time they're not doing anything. Our pocket watch. Uh, there's almost nothing on TV right now. Uh, so much so. Okay, I lied. There's always so much stuff online. Problem that I'd run into is I'm still in this. I still don't like going back rewatching a lot of stuff I've already seen. I would prefer something new. But I do go back and watch some stuff, some highlights or best ofs for a little palate cleanser. Um, but man, there's not a lot coming out. What did come back was season 19, series 19 of Taskmaster. First episode drop. You can watch them all on YouTube. 100% the coolest show, man. I want to say best UK game show like 5 or 6 years running. Maybe I saw something like that. Fantastic show. Um, can't show you clips of anything. Uh, Taskmaster came back. It was good times. I love Greg Davies, Alex Horn, and then uh, the 5 contestants this year are pretty cool. So I was happy to see that come back. I wish there was more, but I'm a big fan of the Mark Twain award shows. Kevin Hart, Jon Stewart, Dave Chappelle. Who else was recently? Oh, Adam Sandler had his. Like they're fantastic. The Mark Twain Award for American Humor is an award they give out for comedy. Tina Fey's had it. Will Ferrell. Um, I just like in a good. I really do enjoy a good award show, man. This one wasn't the best for like funny ha jokes, but I don't know. There was something a little tone of it was slightly different. It was recorded like 2 months ago, a month ago. Um, just a bunch of like government and Trump jabs in there. Some of the jokes weren't as racy as you typically would normally see, but hey, Conan O'Brien deserves it. Comedian, he had a show. He's written for some Simpsons, SNL. It was good to see it. Wasn't my favorite. I'll probably go back watch it one more time just to see if maybe I missed something. Uh, he did a really good acceptance speech at the end, which was cool. So that was out. That came out on Sunday. So I have to Google sometimes what to watch. Okay, I mean, sometimes, no joke, every Thursday and Friday, I will Google what to watch this weekend, and they're like, watch the next episode of The Pit. I'm like, I've already watched them all. Um, Toxic Town came up. It's 4 episodes. It's an hour long. It's a UK show. Basic concept of Aaron Brockovich, right? You got some company just pouring waste into like some random hole in the ground, gets into uh, the water, the and then people get sick. Right? We've like Aaron Brockovich, fantastic. It's like a 2.5 hour movie. Julia Roberts wins an award for it. Oh, we love it. So 4 hours of it, uh, it was slow. I don't know. Maybe I'm all jaded because I'm like, why do you need 4 hours to tell a story that Julia Roberts did? They're not the same scenario. It's the same concept though. Um, I don't know. It was slow. It was slow. Uh, like okay, remember Broadchurch back in the day, right? How how the pacing of that was pretty decent. It was inspired by the exact same show basically. There's a UK version, and the UK version was just a little bit slow. So like the difference between like a UK made story versus the UK one, because UK's are fucking slow. It was like I can't even say it was like they. I don't know. It's worth a watch, I guess, but don't put it anywhere close to the top of your list. It's 4 episodes, hour long each. It's fine. It's good. It's not going to make my top 10 this year. Um, but it was enjoyable. It was all right. Like I'm like, watch it. It's enjoyable. Like completely contradicting my whole way through it. Because like it's hard to be like. There's very few things I will like wholly just poop on because like they're telling a story like like they made something. So I'm like, hey, I don't want to completely shit on it, but you don't need it. That's how would we go with that? It's a fine watch, but you don't need it. So if you're just looking for something, you're just like, it's like adolescence. You need it. You need to know what that was. This one, all right. So this this one triggered uh, a possible. Does does Megan and Ben have a curse? Uh, this is the show that triggered it. 4 seasons. Okay, Tina Fey made it, and that's why Alan Alda commended her on it because he made this into a movie back in '81 with Carol Burnett. '64. Oh, that's a 15-year difference. It would have been '81 back in '81. Okay, I'm like three. That's six. Okay, you got 3 families, 4 families. One, two, three, four. You got 4 different friends, right? And they're like the closest friends. And 4 seasons would be your summer, winter, fall, spring. And it just tells the story in 8 episodes. Something happens in fall, and then the next season they get back together, and then they get together again. Interesting. Okay. Here's fascinating to me right now. I very much enjoy this show. My mom and my grandma will very much enjoy this show. It is quickly rising up the reviews are decent with it, are good. It's moving up the list on Netflix is the number one thing watched this weekend. By episode 2, I was like, Liam will never watch this thing. And then it makes me think for a second. Uh, so you got it's it's like a I'm trying to figure out how the best way to say it was. I was gonna say it was an older person show, but not because like it took 8 episodes to kind of just tell this interesting story about a bunch of a bunch of couples and all the problems that they have, and then how they kind of work through it a little bit. There was nothing fancy or big about it. Lynn will never watch it. Like it's a story. I think it's okay. I think that's what I'm getting at. Is it's not a Liam show because he can't relate to any of the shit happening in this thing. Whereas if you're a little bit older and you've experienced life some, you're like, okay, I can hang with this for 8 episodes because I've seen and I've been in these different type of situations. I think it was a fantastic show. Um, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to go back and rewatch it again. Um, I don't want to spoil anything, but I had a mind pocket that this thing triggered. Um, so if you follow both and you can put it together, you can kind of figure something out happened at the end. Uh, I don't know. I enjoyed it. Like, could you have made this into a 2 hour movie? Probably. But I like the fact that they gave it the 8 episodes are like fucking 50 minutes long. Mm, yeah, they're like 50 minutes, like 50 to an hour. Um, but yeah, it was it was entertaining enough if you're like looking for something nice and easy. Like there's nothing like no big suspense anything. There's no murder mystery. It's not adolescence where you're on the edge of your seat. It's just a nice weekend watch. There we go. There's no big thing happening. But very relatable is I think where I'm trying to get at. By calling it an old person show. It's just because like an older generation, we're gonna call it like 30 up, can appreciate this show. Yeah, a 25, a mid 20 will not get this show. You definitely got to go 30 plus. Um, but it was fun. I'm quickly finding out that I love Tina Fey. She's fantastic. That's all. That's it. That's all. That is all I watched this week. Um, okay. Oh, that's how you can tell it's a green screen, man. Look at like it looks weird when I move. Like here, not so much, right? But when I start playing in this space, you can. Just 2 hours of this. All right, so you don't necessarily need pen and paper right now. This is a very quick run through. This is all prep. We're gonna probably do a couple of episodes of this stuff. All right, keep you guys all updated. Get some dates. Right, 2025 Whimsy Awards. We're calling it the Whimsy Awards because there's nothing else out there called Whimsy Awards. So, like for example, if there was a someone else had the Whimsy Awards, like some weird uh, site that does like there's no book award or anything like a Hugo or anything. So we're snagging whimsies. It's ours now. I'll do some more research, double check. But I was gonna put it like the CTW Whimsy Awards. Don't even need that. When people years from now look back at like the Whimsy Awards, they're gonna know it's from us. Okay, so here's what we're doing. Okay, I need okay, hold on, ready. Okay. Talk to mom. Not this Saturday because I don't think I can do it this Saturday. But next Saturday, Mind Pockets. Let's get a calendar out here. We're gonna do. We're gonna push Mind Pockets to Monday the 13th. Nope, that's I lied. The 20th is a Tuesday. Hold on, shit. Okay, 19th will be Mind Pockets 60. On Saturday the 17th, Mind Pockets instead will be a bigger review of the award categories because there's more people interact and hang out on Saturdays. So this is just some preliminary stuff. But by the 17th, we're going to engage and interact. We're going to find out what some of your favorite episodes were. We're going to make a semi official list of possible nominees that I can break them down. And then shortly about a week after that, we'll actually have the official ballots for the awards. Okay. Now, one of the things that gets a little janky is we are going into year two, but I want to acknowledge year one and year two. I don't want to lump everything into 120 episodes. Oh my God, this is maybe maybe this is why I got so crazy about the top 100 and having two separate. Is I don't want some of the stuff in year one not getting recognized because or no, vice versa. I don't want some of the stuff in episode 60 to 120 because we're nostalgic about some of the stuff in the first 160s, right? So um, I'm already plotting that we're going to do categories best episode year one, year two. And then I'm already working on how we present them. Um, so I want that's my one takeaway that I definitely want to make sure is that we're acknowledging year one and year two because as we move forward into year three, we're only going to focus on the last year worth of stuff. I'm looking at possibly 8 to 10 categories. I have 9 right now, with 2 special hidden ones that nobody will know until the award show. We're going to do voting on Patreon, and then a paper ballot of some kind, whether I print them out for my mom, grandma, hand them out at family events, or an email. Okay. And then I'm actually having awards print created. Nothing fancy. I'm not looking for anything crazy fancy. Um, like a there will be no statuette. Is that statuette? You have a statue, but then you have the same word. Why do they call it a statuette? Do they call it? Am I just making this up? Oh my god, Ben's having a stroke. Um, it's a statuette, right? Man, I gotta get it. I have to Google this thing. When this show gets, can you? I can't wait. Like, give it like another year or two, when I can like produce the show a little bit. Like, if I can get a couple more people and I can have someone over here researching all this stuff live with me. I can still get little statues. Okay. I don't have statues, but I have something very similar. It's going to be something that we can hold up and present as an award. So I have those coming. Uh, so that way, should anybody associated with the podcast, aka like best uh, guest, and then I can give them something and be like, here you go, you have an award. Okay. All right. So now with all that said, we're gonna go through them a little bit. We got 15 minutes. Okay. By all means, you throw in the chats now. Anything, anything at this point, because it's all data basically that I need to help create the ballots for each of the categories. So any comments or anything that you so we're gonna look at best episode. If you have suggestions that aren't from one of the ones I've already picked, uh, throw it out there. Okay. All right. So for these categories, okay, I did not pick any of these. These are all things that we heard from episode 100, episode 60. These are all things I hear the ones that okay, uh, because of episode 100, right? We had you guys pick some of those, so that's where I got a lot of this data from. Um, ones that my mom seemed to react very well to. Kelly reacts very well to. Any ones where we do one and somebody like extra is like I really enjoy it. Uh, like lasagna. She loved the Ollie episode, so she's like, boom, right? So those are. I'm not picking these. I am picking based off of the feedback that I've received, and that's why the 17th episode is important. Is because I don't want to pick them. I would prefer them to be picked by you guys in the Whimsyverse. So anywhere between now and whenever we talk about the shit, you shoot me an email. Um, Give me some of that feedback. All right, so here's what we're looking at. Here's some categories I'm playing with. Favorite Liam moments. Okay, some of the things that we've heard over the past. Uh, Kelly obviously loves episode 27. Liam needs a blankie. Okay, I lied. That was my pick. I absolutely thought that was hilarious. Um, the puck nut minute with Walt when Walt was on, him and Walt went crazy and just started talking about sports and stuff. William Still's kickball picks. Episode 61 where he got to do a lot of the uh, we did a lot of the recording stuff, right? Where uh, I played a bunch of clips and he had to pick what episode it was from, right? So those are some Liam picks. Now, what's interesting is, okay, when we do this on the 17th, you just keep throwing out moments, episodes. If you don't know the episode, I'll find the episode. Just let me know what Liam moments we have. Part of the problem we're running into, I want to say we're running into, is most of these are year one picks, right? Minus two. 61 is technically the beginning of, nope, I'd have to relook at it. Because Ming Chen would have been the start of, so technically there's only one pick in these for year two. So now when you guys are thinking about it for the next 2 weeks before we brainstorm again, what were some of the things you liked of the last basically last year? All right. So that's a decent category. Liam's looking to win an award. Here he goes. He gets an award. Favorite Ben moments. Do you guys have favorite Ben moments? Huh? You could tell that's a copy paste error because I have it favorite moments twice. The hot take. And here's what's interesting too. It's all whimsy related. Okay. It's not just from the podcast. It could be your favorite moment within whimsy because we've done so much stuff that we're like, I really enjoyed like whatever's. So most of these are not going to be limited to just chasing the whimsy podcast. This goes everywhere. Okay. Um, all right. So what are some of your guys' favorite Ben moments? Okay. We had a very early mind pocket with the hot take and I lost my shit. That Ben got Ming Chen to fall for the hitchhiker joke. The Ben there. Uh, Ben's what's that called? That's probably like the first deep dive of something I did. The high score of Tetris. Do we like that Ben hung out with Anat and we did the donations for the holiday? Whatever. Um, some of those are post, or some of those are year two. Uh, I can't think of a lot of like crazy favorite moments year one. Yeah, you guys have to let me know what I did good in year one. Tetris was the only thing year one on this. Okay. And they don't have to be, and again, we're not picking what is your favorite of these. You tell me what your favorites are, and then we'll narrow them down. I'll probably lose half of these to some of your guys' suggestions. Okay. Um, it is not just what I put up. These are just examples of what the episode of different moments. By all means, you put in whatever you want. If you're like, I love when he got the, oh, I don't know, whatever you did, put that in. All right, another category we're looking at: favorite guest, favorite guest repeat. Okay, Courtney's a repeat. Other grandma, Nikki, Megan. So obviously Megan's going to be more of like she'll have more picks from a year two before she converted halfway through year two. Did I say that right? Megan will be more guest year one because year two she went she has like half a co-host year and half of a guest year. Ming Chen technically has crossed both sides. J Sarge uh, is technically, did he cross both sides? No, he did not. So, but then where were some of the other, like there has to be more repeat guests. Did JJ come on year two? He has multiple episodes. And then worst case, if you like JJ for whatever episode, that would be year one. He doesn't. They don't have to cross multiples. If you like Courtney, because you're like, oh, I like all 6 of her episodes. Technically, year one is Courtney your favorite. Oh no, then so that's kind of like where we're at, right? Is that starting to kind of like? I guess I should have separated them to help with the visuals of the year one, year two. But throw out a bunch of your favorites, and then I'll sort them. But you know, when you're thinking of it, make sure you're like, oh yeah, it's mostly because of this episode. That would technically be year one, not year two. Favorite one-off guests. So these were the random episodes that I got. Uh, just the random guests for Brian Johnson, Greg Allen Martin, Robert Kurtzman. Technically, was our first one-off guest. Cheese came on for episode 59 for the Tetris. Alia, the U.S. citizen, once Russian journalist, um, and now she's over here as a philanthropist. Uh, Ashley Paul is the EDM artist. Vita Bybee is the author. Walt, uh, yeah, most. Do I have a lot of one-off guests in year one? When was Greg Allen Martin? Would he have been year two? He was definitely. We'll see. But yes, I think this is a fun. And so it would be fun, like if any of the this category and the previous uh, favorite one-off guest or returning guest. So there are four awards now that I can have, and I can send them to those people and be like, hey, we appreciate you. Greg Allen Martin, here you go. Here's a trophy for you. Um, or Walt or whoever. Other grandma, here you go. So, all right, what else we got? Hey, favorite episode CTW proper. This is the main show. This is the flagship show of Whimsy. This is the one 112 episodes in right now. Of those 112 Chasing the Whimsy podcast episodes, what are some of your favorite episodes? I took a lot of these from episode 100. Um, Again, most of these are going to be more year one stuff. What were your favorite year two episodes? Um, I suppose I could probably go do this real quick. Um, and that's what we're doing on the 17th. We're going to go deep dive. I'll spend 10 minutes on each category, and we can all just pull up our Spotify's and our YouTubes and just go through a list of everything and just really kind of just hang out. Could I have someone come over and hang out with us? I have to work that Saturday, I think. That would suck. Hey, Nick, you want to, like, if Nikki came over, we all just play together. Um, all right, so let me just look back here. Like, all right, favorite episodes. We have all of the Road to 100s. Like, those are all fun episodes. Um, the Wise, like, we really enjoyed the Y episode. Uh, JJ did come on year two for his birthday. We got some CarCast episodes. Maybe CarCast is one of your favorites. We have the holidays. So there are some episodes year two. I just haven't gone out and picked them out yet to figure out like what are some of my favorites. Um, Grandma, maybe Grandma gets a couple of nods. Okay, so favorite, and then this is going to be episodes 1 through 60, 63, 61 through like 120 ish. Okay, so we're gonna have multiple picks, right? Multiple winners for this first award show. All right, now here's some okay. We're thinking of like favorite episodes, favorite guests. Like you're like, oh, I don't know, right? So maybe you're like, I really like the Greg Allen Martin, but I really like Grandma. So maybe we give Grandma the award for best limited series or themed episodes. These episodes don't have to be in a row. Okay, these are um, again the theme. Road to 100. Technically, we ran across a couple of episodes. We had a middle one, a detour. Road to 37. We have the Chronicon, any of the TuesCon coverage. Maybe you're like, I really enjoy listening to Old Man. Like I like listening to Depressed to Ben do stuff. Maybe you're like, hey, all the episodes are fun, but I really enjoy the CarCast stuff. Okay, so what's nice about some of these? None of them cross over from year one to year two. So year one, I enjoyed Road to 37. Year two, I like Chronicon 51 coverage. Boom, nice and simple, no crossover, um, with the exception of maybe CarCast. But maybe you're like CarCast year one was good, but CarCast year two not so good. I lied. Courtney's the only one that covers both. Courtney would be a year two. If we're looking at limited series, we're gonna go with the Rise and Fall and Rise of Courtney would be a year two pick category, and it would be in that category because it really wasn't a theme or a limited series until we realized until we and weirdly enough until she had an end at episode 99. I think 99 might be on my list of favorites. It's kind of a nice little nod, right? Because we put a bunch of time and energy into the TuesCon coverage. You're like, hey, one episode not so good, but the combination of the three, like no joke. I'm not trying to sway anybody, but for a limited series, TuesCon 51 was pretty solid. We had the courtyard conversations, we had the dealer room conversations, and we had the wrap up. Like that gives you the full experience of TuesCon, which is I said I, like I enjoyed that episode, but now thinking about it, I'm like that's a pretty damn good episode. So uh keep in mind of some of those things. What are your favorite? Maybe there's a theme that you didn't notice that I haven't noticed. I don't know. I think I got them all. We're gonna limit these to just. Someone remind me. This needs to indicate just chasing the whimsy proper. Okay, so we're not looking at Ben's mind pockets. Um, or any of the anything else outside of. I know there's not a lot of them, because in theory we could do the Car Saga, but that was technically more Whimsy Live. That was more Nooners. I like this one. Best supporting show. These are every show other than Chasing the Whimsy proper. We had Yellowstone. JJ came out and did Diary of a Cool Kid, Mind Pockets, Nooners, Whimsy with the Z. Um, Obviously, this is not a larger category, but we're like, hey, man, I really enjoyed JJ's stuff. Granted, there was only X number of episodes, but like that was actually pretty cool. Whimsy Z didn't really start kicking off until more year two stuff. Um, if if things continue going the route, and I'm hoping it will, right? This category gets bigger. We come back from fan fusion. There was this idea of creating a Patreon slot that instead of a gift to your blanket every other month, I'm going to record with you. So their prizes being on the like that's how we start to build the network. It's like get 6 people that I have to record with, and now we're 6 episodes in. So year three, you're like best supporting show. You're like Minecrafting with Susie, and Susie is just amazing. She could possibly win an award next year. But yeah, I thought this was kind of fun. It gives a little nod to all the other shows outside of Chasing the Whimsy. Um, if Sophie jumps in with any more Whimsy Flower episodes, she could totally make it. Technically, you could do it on the one if you wanted to. Okay, so here's an interesting one. Okay, this one is definitely fucking. This one's for validation, man. This one this confirms doing something good. So, so, I need to going off me. Achievement in audio and video presentation. Okay. Um, all right. You're like, hey, Halloween 2024 wasn't great episode. But you're like, oh, he did put in all the special the horror movie theme songs. He did play some spooky noises. Um, he did put together for what's in your pocket. He did put for a short intro to the history of the high score that ran 45 minutes. You're like, I enjoyed what he did with that, right? Um, but you're like, well, technically he didn't do anything. He just talked and he just ran a bunch of like. Technically, that one's probably not the best one, right? Um, but technically, I was doing Bobby Fischer. You're like, all right, he had slides, he had relevant things going on. Making Hay, episode 100.1. You're like, oh, that was interesting. He has all this old recordings and they put it together and they made fun of each other. Uh, Holiday 2024. You're like, hey, he actually had a decent setup. It sounded good. Fantastic. Coverage for, uh, in theory, you could probably do, and it's not an and, right? So there's just one award for year one, year two. Ben there. You're like, hey, we like what he was doing with Ben there. That's some pretty good video presentation. We like what he's doing. Uh, but yeah, again, that one's for me, man. Like that one's just Like, what do you guys like that Ben's been doing? Uh, I think that could be the last category. Hold on. Okay, so those are your categories, right? Okay, a lot to take in. Okay, we don't need answers today. If you have them, send them. On the 17th, Saturday, instead of Mind Pockets, we're doing Whimsy Live Award Show Prep. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna look at some similar to what I did today, but I'll separate it a little bit more from year one, year two, and in the chats, you guys are just gonna start throwing out suggestions of what you think would make uh, each of these that could be added into these categories. Once that Saturday ends, I'll take all your guys' feedback. I'll take all 12 suggestions from each year in each category, and then we'll do so, and then we'll work our way down to break them down into the top 5 or 6. We'll say 5 for each category. And then after that, I'll send the official ballot that says these are the 5 nominated episodes for this and this. And then I'll get some screenshots. We'll do some recording and show you how we can do the voting, um, either online and or email paper trail if we have to. Okay. All right. Um, all right. About this episode, the other one, I'll make sure I put all the categories in the description. All right. But again, we're looking at Liam moments. Let's go through them one more time, real quick. They're only 5 seconds each. Okay. Start thinking about your favorite episodes for like Liam's favorite moments. What do we like that Liam did? And it's not necessarily episode, just the moment, right? Television, right? What movie? It's best supporting actor. Typically, they nominate it based off of the one episode because all the other episodes are okay, but this one moment is the award-winning moment, right? So, what one moment did Liam do that just took over the entire episode? That's the episode we're nominated for. Then we got favorite Ben moment. Okay, what's fun next year? Uh, we get Megan on a little bit more. Boom. What is Megan's favorite moment? Sophie's favorite moment. This thing just evolves into a 4 hour show in like 4 years. Anyway, moving on. What's your favorite moment Ben did? Who's your favorite guest that has been on more? We're gonna say repeat is 3 or more. I think that's the rule I want to go with. Okay, one per year, right? So the repeat guest, like J Sarge, he would not be a repeat guest. Think about that. What is the criteria? Do we literally just do a one off? Because, like, what happens if we had Greg Allen Martin come back? Should he go against other Grandma and Courtney because I technically had him come back for a second time? So I'm saying repeat guest is anybody who's been on 3 times or more. Does that seem semi fair? Favorite one off guest, one off slash two off. Okay. Um, because if we did, I'd love to be able to get Robert Kurtzman on again, but I don't want to put him up against Courtney and other grandma because he technically has 2 episodes, at least 2 times. Okay, all right, I like it. Um, like one off per year. In year two, a one off guest was so Greg Allen Martin could win one for year one and year two as a one off, but the repeat he would not be categorized in. Okay. Nope, two. Okay. And then overall favorite episode of Chasing the Whimsy. This one is just the full episode. What did we enjoy? I will give credit to like the 16 and 17 um, for the David, because it was like kind of like a part one, part two. I don't know. Maybe you're like, no, man, that's not right. Only 18, only 16. Whatever. Um, it really wasn't a theme, but it was kind of a part one, part two. But you're like, no, only 16. But I don't know. When I think of 16 and 17, me personally, I always think of them as like one bigger episode. Um, Mother's Day, William on the Run, Random Day, nom nom nom, nom nom nom. I just want nom 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 to win just because I'm like for best up. Uh, what else? Okay, just reminder of okay, and then limited series. Again, these ones are just concepts, theme of that run multiple episodes in a limited series, and or just the theme. Courtney would be the theme, right? Limited series would be the individual road to 100. Grandma before she was a grandma would be uh, more of the theme. Okay, even though it had a title, um, the TruthCon coverage would be more the limited series. Okay, but that's what we're looking at there. And then best supporting show. This one's for the most part pretty easy. It's what other thing do you guys like that came from Chasing the Whimsy? I mean, technically, you could probably put on like Little Whims and Whimsy Doodles on there. You're like, hey, I like the drawings. Okay, we're gonna add them to the nominations because they're a show just in a drawn form, and they have a name in multiple episodes. And this one for me, achievement in audio. Every other one, because I made sure that there was no best guest, right? It was his favorite one, right? Like as the Whimsy universe, who's your favorite? Because you can't say one was better than the other. So I was very conscious of the verbiage of using best versus favorite. But when I got to fucking this one, achievement. Like, what was your favorite moment? No. This is an achievement. Oh my god, that's so funny. Uh these are again, these are just something that I did. I the first time I left the door open because it's nice out today. And do you hear that? You can't hear it because it's not on the mic. All I can hear is an airplane. Oh my god, achievement. Okay. Uh, and again, I'm open to whatever you put in there. If you're like, you could even just do like uh, converting from StreamYard to OBS, and you just lump that whole thing in, and be like, I like that he, year one, loved the transition from StreamYard to OBS. A little cleaner backplay overlays and stuff. It could just be the overall. It doesn't have to be one specific episode. Um, I guess I would really be the only one that's wouldn't be specific to an episode. But whatever, you guys figure it out. What is your favorite thing that I've done in an audio or video presentation? How was it presented to you that you liked? That's all I'm trying to get at. Oh man, that's so funny. Like I feel bad because Ben there is so good. But is it a novelty? I guess this goes back to oh my god. See, like I might have to give an apology to AFI man because that's a bunch of fan service. But you're like, well, did it really revolutionize the podcast? I don't know, Ben. That's interesting. Tetris, in theory, revolutionized this podcast more than Ben There. Ben There just looks fun, but technically Bobby Fischer started it. Well, anyway.
Hey there, Whimsy fans!
Oh,
We
turn
wanted
that
to
down.
take a moment away from the fun to express how much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy, or follow the link on our YouTube channel at Chasing the Whimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Woo! Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Ender Frog, AC1, Gooster, Violet, Dad, Courtney, Kit, and Lasagna Hammer. Thank you guys for the four $10 tiers, and the stars indicate people who were donations. Okay, so the next one says that there's 10 members, but there's 12 names. If you do the gift, you get your name on the list, right? So thank you guys for your gift cards. I appreciate the not gift cards, the gift donation. Okay, on Patreon. You know, if you're like, I don't want to sign up, but I want to, boom, I appreciate it. So we have 10 members currently on Patreon. A couple of the people, so I've worked on a couple of things, and we're going to see probably more gift, the gift donations, because it's a different sell than the Patreon membership. But 10 people, awesome. We're going to get that number up, man. I can't wait. 1 month, we're going to see this number skyrocket to like 20. Like, I would love to get 20 people out of Fan Fusion. How good would that be? Oh, I can't wait. Uh the goal, right? We're taking a little bit of, you guys are supporting us. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? Thank you for supporting me. On your behalf, I'm gonna take a little bit of this. So here's you guys give me monies like this, right? And I take a little bit like this, right? And I help donate that back to the community. And that's what the other goal is. We're trying to raise an extra $500 so we can help out a charity this holiday season. So between Chasing the Whimsy and the Patreon, we're going to help out two different charities, give out some money back for the holidays. So I appreciate all you guys for that. That's all we got, guys. We're in a little bit over, just a little bit, not too much. Okay, maybe a little confusing-ish, right? Still trying to wrap our heads around it. The 17th, you come with just a list of your favorite moments, and then on the live stream, we're going to chat, and you guys just throw out. I'll take as much as you guys got. We're just going to let's make a huge list. I'll work, and then we'll work to narrow it down, and then we're going to send out the email ballots and let those go for about 3 weeks before I close the ballots, so then I can get tallies. The idea behind it really is, part of it is I want to be able to take your guys, like, I don't want to run this thing all the way up through July 1 and be like, well, the episode comes out in 2 weeks. I'd like 3 or 4 weeks to take moments from your favorite episodes, so that as we're recording it, I can put back in the audio of your favorite Liam moment, so we can play a large, like, 2-minute clip of what, that episode. You know how just like in literally just like any other award show, who was nominated? Oh, fucking, I can't think of any person's name. Robert Downey Jr. And then you're just like, and then it cuts to a clip, and then another, and then I'm not going to do it for all of them, but I would like to announce the winner in a clip. So, that's all we got. 17th, I should have enough stuff prepared. But Saturday, instead of Mind Pockets, award show prep. All right, we're figuring out what episodes are considered to be voted on. And that's all I got for you guys. Um, next, okay, next week, okay, so Mother's Day is or is on Sunday, so the Monday episode is going to release on Mother's Day. Okay, so it's the same release, but I'm going to push it back like literally what 12 hours from normal, just so that way mothers could listen to it on Mother's Day. Um, I know that you guys are out doing a bunch of shit. This is weird because we had the argument about Christmas versus whatever, but whatever. But Mother's Day it's a day, so um, I will still count it as my Monday drop. So I'm still going to keep it as my record because it's an episode. So Mother's Day will have the Mother's Day episode that will be edited down. I think we're gonna have a fun time. It was a really good episode. You guys are gonna enjoy a lot of it. All right, you guys have a good night. Whimsy.